Good morning, everybody. We're going to do another test today, and I want to start this video off with an apology to my beloved PHEV. I knew something wasn't right in the last video when we tried to pull the ice shack out, and as I mentioned, it felt like a safety system was retarding power and acceleration. Well, there was, and I should have known that, but I'm going to show you guys why I forgot. The PHEV actually has ACS, Active Stability Control, ASC, Active Stability Control, which is essentially your electronic traction system, which diverts power from whatever side is slipping to the side that's not. So what should happen is these are slipping, it should divert power to the back, but however they've implemented this system, it's not actually giving enough power to the rear to make it spin with that system on. The reason I didn't see that system is, I'll show you. This is kind of going to be a backhanded compliment to Mitsubishi. The ASC is so good in this car, you never see anything come up on the dash, you never feel it kick in. I've owned two other vehicles with that in it, at least two. My wife had a Pontiac Sunfire, 2000 back in the day, and it had the worst electronic traction control, is what it was called, that the front would start slipping and it would shut down the motor. You could not accelerate. So you'd go to accelerate from an icy stop sign here in northern Canada, and the ETS would kick on and the car would just bog right down as it made adjustment from wheel to wheel, and it took about 8 seconds before you could get back on the throttle and go. I also drove a Ford Windstar Sport for work, and it had the exact same problem. That was circa 2008. So we've come a long way, I guess, now here in 2018. This car does have that system, and it's so well implemented that you never feel it kick on. I've never seen a warning on the dash. I forgot it was here. The second reason I forgot it was here is because, I don't know if you guys can see, if you look through the steering wheel right down in here behind, that's where the control button is. Conveniently placed out of sight behind the steering column. Now I do use this button every day to reset the tripometer, but in my head, these two were blank. These were a towing package and something else. I completely forgot this traction control button was here. While we're on button placement, it hasn't irked me enough to put it in a video, but now that we're talking about poor button placement, we are going to mention the parking button on this vehicle. Here's your shifter with your charge, your gear indicator, and your save button. Well, where's the parking button? Again, it's out of sight. It's around the front, and you got to push it down here. Why? Why would you do that, Mitsubishi? That's horrible. So there's the yard, guys. I'm going to take this thing, screw sprinkler heads. Sorry, wife, but we'll have to have those replaced. You can see I drove the four-wheeler through here, a couple weeks back when I went to put the plow on it. That snow is still, and it's crusty. We got a foot of snow here. I will be shocked if I can get the car around the house back to where my trailer is. That'll be part A. If we can get there, I will be shocked. But we're going to try. We're going to rip right across my front lawn. Just for you guys, for the channel. And we're going to try to get to my trailer. So I'm just waiting for First Light to do that, because this is going to be a 3-camera setup as well. I'm going to try to show you guys the front of the vehicle, the rear of the vehicle, and what's going on in the cab. I am going to have my crash helmet on. No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be stuck before this is over, so that's my apology to you guys for not doing the testing properly. Well, I did do it. Really wasn't a test, so let's be clear about that. It was an everyday life situation, which I'm trying to show you guys. And this is why we do this, right? Guys on the forum, a couple guys mentioned, hey, you have traction control and you didn't turn it off, so thank you to those guys. You know who you are. I also went through and read the manual again just to make sure. My fault in a way. But I'm still disappointed that we couldn't get any spin to the back, even with that on. If, in all truth and honesty, I feel that there should be more to it than that with it on. But hey, let's turn it off and see how it goes. So you can see where I've already come with the trailer and the four-wheeler, and the snow. It's probably seven inches deep. But there is a good hard pack under here because I've already packed it down with the four-wheeler and the trailer last week when I came through here. So Okay, so I put it on the all-wheel drive display, so we'll be able to see what's going on. And if we hold the traction control button down, you'll see that it should come up here and say off. There we go. So it's off, but I was also looking in the book. The car has active yaw control, which is your left and right differential limiting function. So not only is there a front and rear limiting, but there's left and right control on here. I'm assuming that's being shut off when we turn off the active stability control here. Alright, so wish me luck, guys. We've got the engine started. We're not going to dick around with the electric only. That's my well, so we don't want to hit that. If we hit that, we're probably close to hitting the house. We don't want that, so we're going to go, but we're going to go carefully. I see rear tire spinning. So as you can see, we've just dug through the crust here, and this wheel is now sitting up above the ground because the bottom of the vehicle is up on the snow, and this is just freewheeling. However, the front tire is still up on the snow. It should be spinning, but there's nothing there, no spin. Okay, so I'll just show you guys. We'll switch to the other camera. When you've got the traction control system on, this is what you get. That's it. Nothing. Which was the problem we were having the other day. Then if we switch it off, there it's off, this is what you get. You can make it spin. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, we're stuck, but not that stuck. We're just lifted up on the snow. And if the other three wheels would turn, I could get out of here. The fronts, there's nothing. So we've reversed our problem. By turning the traction control off, we have full power to the back, it seems. But the front's not doing anything, so it beats me. Okay, so I'm going to interject here. After watching all four cameras, I can now state what was going on. The front right side was indeed spinning, and the rear left side was indeed spinning as well, as I showed you guys. I'll show you the clip from the front right side right now. So as you can see, when you turn the traction control off, you do get front and rear torque, but only on one side. So there is no true 4x4 lock, which is going to engage all four wheels. So there has to be some kind of hydraulic clutch in there or electronic system that's detecting the slippage. Even with the traction control system off, it will not engage all four tires. And we have an electric system which should be, you would think, would be independent on each side, and yet we still only have one tire spinning on the front and one tire spinning on the back. So my case here, worst case scenario, you're up on the snow, one side spinning, the other side spinning. You can't get out of that. There is no getting out of that. This is how you get out of that.